This is a message towards everyone that's going through a really tough time right now. I was recently messaged by a number of people that are going through really difficult times right now. And I think if we put it into a perspective, a broader perspective, every single person out there in the world is going through something horrendous. There's so much things that are going on. But the thing is that every year for the last century, you can even say that, there's always something going on, but we're oblivious to it because we are stuck on our own lives and we worry about what's going on in front of us, that we don't take the time to notice everything that's going on around us. There's so much in the world, yes, and with everything that happened last year, I have noticed more and more on Instagram, on social media, I've noticed posts about being depressed, about having anxiety, about just not having the strength to move forward. And then can you imagine just more problems, death in the family, our loved ones are sick, yourself worried about being sick, or being sick and thinking something else is going on. I think that our mentality right now is on a, I think that everyone is on a panic mode, anxiety mode, and fear mode. And I think that those things are very, very dangerous for us. Now, I'm gonna give you guys what's some things that have worked for me in hopes that it can help you. Now, I don't have all the answers, okay? But I hope that something that I might say might resonate with you, and you can take this with you and apply it, and hopefully it just helps you move forward. At the end of the day, guys, you know how those commercials say, we're all in this together. It really should be like that. I've always lived my life in a servitude of others. I always try to do nice things for other people, do right by people, not because I want to be loved or that I want to be liked, but because that's the right thing to do. On top of everything that I have going on in my family, my traumas, it just adds up. And I think that's very important to bring up, is that our traumas, everything that we've gone through as children, what our parents have gone through, what our grandparents have gone through, I think it's a generational problem. You know, we have to sit there and carry on traumas from our parents that's passed on to us, and we end up hurting everybody around us. Hurt people, and I think that's something we need to also talk about. Anyways, the reason why I'm bringing that up is because the way that you're raised, or the way that whatever you've gone through in your life, will inevitably show, or it'll manifest whenever there's a problem coming your way, whenever there's something in your path, you will automatically do what you're conditioned to do. And what are these things? Are they healthy? Are they not healthy? For example, anxiety and all that. I was talking to a friend. She was struggling. She was having anxiety. Her family member is sick and is a very close family member to her. And she said that she was holding and bottling in a lot of emotion. I think that's very important to talk about. When you are not letting these emotions out, your fear about what's going on, like I said in the beginning, everything, your fear, your anger, your frustration, if you're holding on to it and you're not releasing it, you're going to get sick. You're going to have more anxiety. You're going to have trouble breathing. It affects your body in a way that you have no idea. I mean, we're talking high blood pressure, problems in the heart. It adds up and builds up inside. So it's so important that we, especially us men, right? Because in the society, or how can I word this? In our race, the Mexican race, speaking from my experience, there's something called machismo, and it's where you're brought up by a manly figure of not breaking down, not crying. A man doesn't cry. A man always supposed to work. A man doesn't belong in the kitchen. There's so many things like that, right? That have been beaten to you. So whenever you show some type of emotion, you know, when you're growing up, from my experience is, if you cry, you get beaten even more for crying. So you're getting hit, and on top of that, because you're crying, they'll hit you more. And so we have been taught not to cry and show emotion, and I think that's very dangerous, because then you pass that on to your children. Unfortunately, there's so many people out there. That's what I mean. Hurt people, and traumas are very, very something that we need to talk about. That continue out there, and people are still treating their kids this way, and more damage is being done. And I think it's important that we take the time to say, yes, it's okay to cry. Yes, it's okay for you to express your emotions. And if you don't like to do that in front of people, then don't do it in front of people. Here's my tips, okay? Obviously, most of us are embarrassed to cry in front of other people. I mean, most people are like that. I understand that. But here's a tip. If you've been bottling something inside that's been bothering you, on your own, go and watch a movie on your phone or whatever. Take some time for yourself, okay? And watch an emotional movie, anything that has to do with something that's sad or emotional. And let those feelings come out, and in that moment, release everything that you've been feeling. And just really cry it out, and have the time to just sob. Or take the time for yourself and self-care. And self-care can mean a lot of things for different people. But my version of self-care is to be in complete solitude. I don't mean going out with your friends. That's, if that's self-care for you, then go for it. I'm not talking about a vacation. I'm not talking about going and getting your hair done or your nails done or anything like that. I'm talking more just complete solitude with yourself. A conversation with you, your conscience, your spiritual self, I guess, or God. But be in complete solitude and seriously auto-examine what's going on in your life. Take the time to stop. For me, it's in the shower. And the shower is my moment where it's just me and my thoughts. And you can run a bath if you want, and just sit there and just let these emotions come out. Cry, talk about it, put on some music, sing it out if you have to. But complete solitude is a major key, and I think every single one of us needs to do that. We need to cleanse ourselves from all these negative things that we've been brought up, we've suffered from. And there's so many things that goes on behind closed doors that a lot of people don't know. You could be having someone that abusive husband or abusive spouse that's hurting you, not just physically, because domestic violence is also talking to you in a certain way, demeaning you with words. So I think that there's so much going on in the world. We don't know what's going on out there behind closed doors. And so I think that it's very important that we do talk about it, that we do bring it up for ourselves so we can heal. Because if we continue in this path, honestly, guys, for example, if I didn't let my frustrations out, right, and cry and feel and let myself release, stress has almost defeated me once, guys. I can tell this story for you guys, and another time, if you guys are interested in hearing this story, let me know in the comments. But stress almost killed me. And I remember what the nurse told me when I was in the emergency room. She said, hey, you're stressing out way too much. I don't know what's going on in your life, but let me tell you this. If you let it, your mind can actually kill you. The stress that you're under, so much stress, can actually kill you. Please do what you need to do to get yourself more relaxed and don't stress so much. And so how do we figure out what is stress? What is stress, and how do I stop from stressing? How do we not stress out? It's a valid question. How do we not stress out? How do we not think about the future? How do we not think about how am I going to pay my bills? How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? Oh, these exams are coming. Finals are coming. I need to do this. Oh, my parents want me to do this. I have to take care of my parents. I have to take care of my kid. There's so much things. I have to be, even with God, I'm failing God. I'm not doing what God says. And there's so many things. Even religion can be such a stressing thing for a lot of people. But you can't really express it, right? There's so many things that go on in this world, I think, and we have to take care of ourselves internally. Once we know that we're in the right rhythm, there's a lot of people out there that are healed, that are awesome, that their vibes are right. Nothing breaks them. Everything, they're good, they're awesome, and they're continuing to work on themselves. And I think that that's where I'm at. I can honestly say that I'm in a good place where I'm happy that I'm honest with what I'm feeling. I'm happy that I can honestly express myself when I'm feeling sad, when I'm feeling mad, when I'm feeling whatever. I don't hide it. I don't act like a macho man, like the machismo that I was talking to you guys about, and, say, no man, don't cry, and you know what I'm saying? I'm glad that I broke those chains of this generational curse, you can say, which is men don't cry, and I'm going to beat my son for him not to cry. I'm going to beat it out of him. I'm going to beat him till he's a manly man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that that is not where I'm at. We broke those chains, and we've healed. My dad has healed. My dad was severely beaten by my grandpa, and so all these things, because we don't know, we really don't know, and we think, we grow up to hate our parents, but we don't know what our parents have gone through, because our parents might have been hurt by our grandparents, and then our grandparents might have been hurt by our great-grandparents. We don't know the story. However, the trauma and the pain gets carried on, and we continue to carry it on. We need to say, this ends now, and start mending these things. So that's my advice, for you guys. Take time, seriously analyze yourself, seriously talk about what's going on. If you need someone to talk to or whatever, please reach out. Reach out to anybody, any friends of yours. Don't be afraid. That's what they're there for. That's why they're your friends. If you're not sure, you're not comfortable, write it down. Write a note on your phone. Everybody has a notepad on their phone now. Write a whole complete note about everything that you feel. And if you have certain like grudge against somebody, maybe something happened between friendships, family members, whatever, there's something holding you back that's causing you a lot of pain, a lot of stress, write the note down. Like if you were talking to them, write it all down, express your feelings, let it all out. And if you decide to send it to them, send it to them. And I think that's how you heal. But guys, with everything going on out there, I know it's crazy. A lot of people are losing their jobs. There's just so much going on out there. And I think we have to take the time to really self-care and prepare our mind, our bodies, and our soul. We have to make sure that we're right with God. If you believe in God, get right with God. If you believe in the universe, start channeling the universe. If you believe in us human beings, that we are capable of just self-manifesting and being strong, then do that. Take care of yourself, what you eat and exercise, whatever it is that gets you on the right path. So that way, whenever problems arise and comes up, whatever comes to your way, you're ready for it mentally, physically, and spiritually. I'm not perfect. I have a lot of things that I'm working on. I have my flaws, but I'm able to recognize, and I thank God. I think that I'm blessed because I'm able to recognize when I'm not in the right. You know, and me and Pam's right there, by the way. But me and Pam have always had communication. You know, obviously our marriage is ups and downs. Everyone has their ups and downs because two different personalities are in the home, and we want to be right all the time. So there's a struggle of who's gonna compromise. So I think that everyone needs to just be truthful and accept that we're all human. We make mistakes, but also realize when you do. And I hope, I don't know, maybe I'm just talking about a lot of things, but I wanted to express this to you. I hope this helps you guys in some way. I'm gonna be filming the YouTube video with Coffee, me training him and giving you guys tips on that. But honestly, I thought that this was way more important to talk about than me showing you the video of me training Coffee. We'll be filming that this week for sure. But take this with you guys. I really want you all you guys that watch us, I want you guys to be good. Because I know there's a lot of things that are going on in the world. You're probably suffering right now. You're probably crying in your bed, you know, crying yourself to sleep. And we don't know. A lot of people don't know about these things. You know, not even our family members know how much we suffer and how much we carry on our shoulders and on our hearts, and it weighs heavy. So please, I really hope you heal. I really hope that you take the time to be alone and to let it all out and start a serious conversation of healing your traumas and your pain and anything that you're going through. Okay? And slowly, as we start healing, we can be kind to other people. And we can build a better place, right? That's so cliche, but honestly, when you're in the right vibe and you're good, you can do good onto others even if they don't see it. You love other people unconditionally, and you do right by them. You pay it forward without expecting anything back. So, anyways, that's it for me, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Tomorrow's Sunday. I hope you guys have a great time with your family. Spend time with your family. Hug your family. Kiss your kids. Let them know that you love them. Make time for them. And don't stress about anything you can't control, guys. If it's out of your control, let it pass. Let it flow through you. Don't fight it. Accept it and move forward. Okay? That's it for me. Remember, you are auspicious. We'll see you next time.